attention and requires congressional oversight. The Environmental Protection Agency should play a role in the regulation of ammonia and hydrogen sulfide releases into the air. EPA entered into the air compliance agreement with close to 14,000 farms, and to roll back the environmental requirements intended to protect public health and the environment, in my humble opinion, would be a mistake. However, I am disappointed by the report from the GAO on the pork industry, and I feel the need to speak against what I view as some of the inaccurate characterizations of the environmental performance of my state, North Carolina, the state's pork producers. North Carolina is the second largest pork producing state in the nation, and our pork producers are good neighbors who care about the environment. We care about the animal well-being in their communities and state. They have worked very hard to build a responsible industry. These farmers are major contributors to my state's economy and are proud to produce high-quality, safe food for people here and around the world. I agree with the need for federal regulations, as do pork producers who supported the Air Compliance Agreement. However, contrary to the GAO report, North Carolina pork producers already comply with a very comprehensive and mandatory statewide livestock permitting program, which is one of the most aggressive in the nation. The current permit application is 14 pages in length, contains detailed requirements for management of swine manure management system. Furthermore, by law, each of our swine facilities must receive 2 on-site inspections each year, one by our Division of Water Quality and the other by the Division of Soil and Water Conservation. There are 2,200 swine farms in the state that have a comprehensive general permit, and I happen to have a copy of each and every one of these permits here with me today. And we were able to obtain a copy of these permits simply by requesting this information from the Division of Water Quality. Relative to pork producers' environmental performance in our state, several groups try to paint a scary picture of CAFOs simply on the basis of the quantity of manure our animals produce on a volume, our pounds, basis relative to cities and communities. I'm not sure I got that right, but I'm going to submit it for the record. And GAO takes the same approach, and I'm disappointed in their report as a result. These efforts fail to make a reasonable or accurate reflection on what modern manure management practices mean on our farms for environmental performance. How farmers manage and use animal manure is the most meaningful predictor of their environmental performance. I recognize and applaud the effort of this subcommittee to deal with the EPA's rollback. I oppose a full-scale exemption for hazardous release reporting by CAFOs given the demonstrated health effects associated with air releases of the hazardous substances ammonia and hydrogen sulfide. And we would be remiss if we did not recognize the great strides made by the pork industry to become a more responsible and responsive group of farmers. I only ran over by 13 seconds, Mr. Chairman.